Hello and Namaste. Welcome back to the series of provisions which reflect on the unpaid dividend account, triggering the procedure for reclaiming of the shares. In this series of videos, we are going to look into the legal aspects, the strict legal aspects, how the provisions work, and how the reclaiming procedure actually takes its authority from the provisions of the Companies Act 2013. In the earlier videos, we have looked at three timelines. First is of 30 days, second is of 7 days, and third is of 90 days. In this video, we are going to see what if the company defaults on these timelines and what penalty the law or the legislation levies on the company if the requisite compliance is not made by the company. Before that, let me first revise the timelines which we have looked into the earlier videos. Then I'll go to the section, I'll read it, and then we will interpret the section in a simpler way so that the investors can understand and will be in a better position to reclaim their investments independently. So the first timeline is of 30 days. 30 days after the declaration of the dividend, it has to see that the entire amount has been paid to the entitled shareholders within 30 days. If this amount, after the expiry of the 30 days, there is certain amount which has been remained unpaid or has not been claimed or has remained unclaimed by the shareholder, then it has to, within 7 days, it has to open an unpaid dividend account in a scheduled bank. If after the expiry of 30 days, certain amount has remained unpaid or unclaimed to the shareholders, then the company shall open an account in the scheduled bank, and that account will be titled as unpaid dividend account. Now, after opening of that account and transferring that amount to that account, a statement has to be made within the next 90 days and it has to be published on the company's official website and the website which is prescribed by the government. That statement should contain names, last known addresses, and the amount of unpaid dividend. Now proceeding ahead, what if the company fails to do this? So I'll read the provisions and we will then try to elaborate on it. The default is laid down in subsection 3 of section 124. If any default is made in transferring the total amount referred to in subsection 1, that is the unpaid dividend amount, or any part thereof to the unpaid dividend account of the company, it shall pay from the date of such default interest on so much of the amount as has not been transferred to the said account at the rate of 12% per annum, and the interest accruing such amount shall ensure to the benefit of the members of the company in proportion to the amount remaining unpaid to them. So a simple interpretation of this is, if the company defaults on this, it will have to pay the amount with an interest of 12% per annum. The viewers of this video, the shareholders, can actually determine or can actually envisage the gravity or the seriousness of these provisions. If the company defaults on these provisions, then it has to pay the penal interest of around 12%, which is actually huge. And this amount should be used or utilized for the benefit of the shareholders of the company. So it is not affordable for a company to default on these provisions. The initial timelines of 30 days, 7 days, and 90 days has to be followed. So this was regarding the transferring of the amount to the unpaid dividend account and what if the default is committed into following the timelines. If you have any query relating to the reclamation of the shares, dematerialization of securities, or any of your queries related to the investments, you can feel free to reach out to us. You may reach out to us by writing an email on info@NineteenTwo.in, or you can also simply mark your comments in the comment section of this video. Till the time, this is Ketan Kank signing off. Thank you so much.